welcome back, children of the popcorn, and welcome back to Derry. Yeah. Welcome to Derry, to be exact. It's the breakdown series. Yes, and we're going to do a big long ramble about the whole series at the end, aren't we, Baron? Hello, how are you? How
We
are
are
you?
indeed, yes. I am well, Mr. Popcorn, and yourself.
I am good. I am good. Very good. So we're going to keep it short and snappy following our new method that we are trying out, doing three likes, two dislikes. What did I call them? Three praises and two critiques rather than likes and dislikes. That's a bit too pedestrian. And an overall rating out the end based on our scale, popcorn scale, evil popcorn scale, of course. Yeah. But
Yep,
in terms of releases, episode four's just come out. Yeah, that's where
it
we're at
has,
now.
yes.
Full
Yep,
disclosure. So before we send the children to bed who haven't seen episode one, yeah, it's an hour
yep.
long. Go and watch it. By HBO Original, was that what they're calling themselves now, Baron?
Yes, I believe that's what they're called now. Where is the little thing?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
HBO
mhm,
original.
yeah. Now, if you want to get more of a feel for what we're doing right here, right now, just go back and watch our 16-minute Setting the Sewers. Welcome to Derry Setting the Sewers. Yeah, and it just gives a little history of Stephen King, of it,
Yep,
how he writes, our feelings about it, the releases up to this point, which were in Andy Muschietti's It universe. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
cool. And so this is episode one. What's episode one called again, there, Baron?
Episode one is called The Pilot, which is a bit of a play on words because it's the pilot of the series, but it is also introducing us to the pilot,
Mm.
which is Uh, this is great audio. It's
Oh,
introducing
you're
us
good.
to Major Leroy Hanlon. So Mike
Yes.
Hanlon is one of the characters from the book, and I believe it's his father or grandfather. I'm not sure where the timeline fits. Probably
Yes.
grandfather.
But before we go into details, how do you feel about the series? So you haven't seen episode four. You've seen one, two, and three like myself. Good.
No, I'm due to watch episode four. I've really enjoyed the first three episodes, which we're going to talk about in these little episodes of our own. I think it fits beautifully with the Stephen King universe. I even actually like the CG elements, giving it that
Ooh, yeah.
nightmarish uh Valley of the Uncanny feeling.
Interesting. Okay, we'll definitely get into that. That's going to be the spice of the episode.
Yep.
Because not that I have issues, I have critique. You see? A critique can be a calm, civilized way to discuss something that may not work for you upon first viewing. That's why you get together with your contemporaries, as such, in the evil popcorn cinema and discuss it. Yeah. But I think that's going to be
Yep.
the meat of the episode because that's the meat of the discourse online within the culture. Yeah. About this
Yep.
series. Yeah. Cool. So we've set the stage there. Go back to watch Setting the Sewer if you need more. Okay, so episode one, pilot. What did you think of it overall? Without a rating, just
Are we giving it the
generally.
one just
Just
generally?
yeah,
Great
as an
opener.
great opener. Yeah.
Great
That's
opener.
my first praise. What a cold open to a series.
Oh, yeah. Uh I know we're going to get into it in the preceding episode or the following episodes,
Hmm.
but and I'm going to repeat myself. The cold opens for the first three episodes have been really good.
Yeah, they have. They have. And that's certainly an aspect that has made me enjoy it. I've enjoyed it overall. I should touch on that, sorry.
Hmm.
There has been moments where I've raised my eyebrow here and there, but it hasn't taken away from the overall experience.
Yep.
I'll get into ways that it could be better, and it's more textural things, if that makes sense at all at an early stage. Yeah.
Yep. Understandable.
Um, but I do know that I am 48 years old, and I've been consuming Stephen King media since I got it out from the library, the books, eight, nine. Yeah, that's where I started. Yeah. So this guy's
The fir-
infected. Yeah. So and from that era, you have a certain texture, a field, visual field things. Baron?
the first Stephen King novel I read was Cycle of the Werewolf. which is a kind of a novella. And the edition of it that I read first had some wonderful illustration by the late Bernie Wrightson in it.
Not sure what mine was. It might have been Cujo. Spoilers sprinkling around. Some sprinkles may be heavier rain on your head. Some may just be pitter, 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 pitter. Yeah,
Yeah,
you've been warned. Okay. Um, but the cold open, the Bat Baby, Demon Bat Baby,
yeah,
and you know how I love a
in
good baby.
with the weird
Certainly,
family.
yeah, certainly a demonic one. The texture, the feel of this, the CGI of it did not put it off at all. And the way that it is a cold open, which is meant to be, to elaborate on it just for a second, it's meant to be basically a baseball bat, a cinematic baseball bat to the head. Yeah, you're given no real exposition. You don't know who the characters are. Often you're shown a say a victim, a person, a vulnerable person like a small child, Maddie Clemens. Yeah,
Yeah,
and yeah, and something really horrible happens to them, and you're going, WTF at the end, credits. That's a cold open. Would you agree, Baron?
I would agree. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And I liked this a lot. The liver is the first sign of infestation. And I'm talking, yes,
yep,
but like it's a goddamn ghost slash demon, like a paranormal infestation. Yeah. When it's about 15, daughter, yeah, precocious, takes out this Tupperware and starts fingering the liver and starts taking it towards Maddie there, who's trying to get it out of Derry. Yeah. I loved that. And also excellent pacing to the weird of the family. Yeah, because they're very welcoming at
yep,
first. This is a good idea, getting in the car with them until their faces start to smile and a twist and a Joker grimace. Yeah, that
yep,
was paced really well. And favorite bit of it, before I give it back to you, is the Bat Baby's pause as it's looking at Matt just before it, yeah, does
yeah,
its thing. It looks at Maddie, and then boom, it does its thing. Then, of course, we get the pacifier into the the murky water through into the drains, and that's your opening
yep.
credits. Yeah, yeah. It was like, yeah, I'm in. Would you agree, Baron?
I would 100% agree. It was a really nice, it was a really nice little bit of movie making and
Mhm.
storytelling.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, Credits, do they stay the same for each episode? I haven't taken note. I just had the thought
Oh, nor
today.
have I.
Yeah, we should, moving forward,
We should
see.
take note of that.
Now, I spoke about gloss. I've been speaking about texture. Yeah, this is shot in 4K or above. I don't know, 48K. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's shot
Yeah.
using today's technology to get the best
Yes.
quality image. This is a long haul away from 1980, whatever, from the original miniseries, even
I
2016, 2018, I would say. Yeah. Now I spoke about it's not a nostalgia thing, but what do you think of the look of Derry in this show?
well, look, I really do like Derry. Derry is the uncredited character that sets the setting. So I think Derry, because Stephen King has set so much of his work there, and so much of his work is nightmarish and alternate and monstrous. I think
Hmm.
Derry itself has absorbed some of that. And while it's got that lovely sort of bucolic feel of the little town in Maine, like there's these little shadows everywhere that just give that indication of darkness. And I think the set dressers and the location scouters have done a really good job of finding places that look normal, but with just a little hint of darkness to them.
I like that. I like that. So you think you're using a sense of contrast, points of contrast, yeah,
Yeah,
to emphasize what's lurking beneath Derry. It's almost Blue Velvet. Remember the opening of Blue Velvet when it
yeah.
pans down, when you get what's underneath the lawn, that sort of thing. But please, I'll shut up. What do you have a like and a dislike for us there, Baron?
Okay. So my first like I mirror yours. The cold open was really good. It was probably the best way to bring this series to a start. I love the cinematic feel of it. I love the nightmarish feel of it, and the kappa of the pacifier or the dummy or whatever you want to call it, spinning with the spray of blood out of the car into the sewers. Awesome. Like whoever came up with that sequence needs a pay rise. Uh, the first episode, I struggled to find something I disliked. I
Okay.
think
Hmm.
that my dislike is the first episode probably could have been stretched out a little bit more. I feel like a couple of the scenes felt rushed just to try and get us into the characters. Uh, in the novelization of it, it does take a very long time for the Losers Club to finally form in its completeness. Now, I know in modern streaming TV series is, you're going to want to know who all the characters are in the first 5 minutes. You want to know all of their backstories. You want to know where they fit, but I think they could have spread it out a little bit more. And then episode 2 and episode 3 do slow down a little bit with the story and the characters because we've got the main couple that they've already set up. But they could have set them up one at a time.
Interesting. Yeah. Rushed, curious, because I did find it strained. That's my second dislike. There was something. Ah, there was a disconnection when they were trying to set up the character dynamics through interaction, which established their
Yeah.
places, their positions within the town. Yeah. And saying rushed might be a good way to put that. Because there's
Yeah.
interesting changes to the other content, the other it content within this universe, to use modern
Yes.
terms. Like the parents are not outrightly evil and other
Yeah.
stuff, they've been macabre. Yeah, certainly in
Yeah.
Machete's movies. This, its infestation, you're going back to that paranormal, yeah, parallel there that I'm using for, possession that's shown in haunted house movies.
Yeah.
Um, its possession does show itself in one aspect through the tragedy of the deaths of parents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we see that through the big scenes. Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
interesting other way to look at it. Um, One could say a safer way, but I didn't see it as safe. I
Yeah.
just saw it just as another way to do it, just to give fear another angle. What do you reckon?
It is possible that that's what they consider. So you maybe they sped up the start. Uh,
Mm, mm.
yeah.
So
I
pacing maybe is an issue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pacing in the
this maybe
first
what.
episode might be an issue.
Mhm.
Uh my issue my the oh no, I'll get to my second. I'll get to my second one when we get to it. But that
Okay,
that does
okay.
feed into my second dislike.
I certainly liked Maddie Clements coming back through well, first reaching out from beyond the grave through the classic, basically a symbol of the drain, yeah, and
Yeah.
his finger and such. And then they used a song, which is very Pennywise, and the song reflected the attitudes of the fear of errant youth by mainstream society, which we saw in the Music Man musical, which is shown
Yeah.
at the start of the episode, yeah? I liked that. I liked that. And that leads to, I'll say it now. You better have gone to bed, children. Lampshade face, demon,
Yes. Really like the lampshade face.
apparition. Yes, scene. Yeah. Story and scare, like Derry, the infestation of it. These concepts, these mediums almost, yeah, merge beautifully at times, certainly through the lamp-shaped demon face. What's the Losers Club, the young Jewish boy?
Stanley Uris.
Thank you. He's asking his father whether it's feasible because he's heard from supposedly crazy Lily, and we'll get into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been reached out from the grave from Maddie, from the sewer, the drain, the fingers, yes. But he doesn't quite believe her, so he's asking why his venerable Jewish father, yeah, who is lovable but firm, certainly firm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Um, and he says, is it possible to keep someone down in the sewer and be mean to them and cause them pain, even torture them, paraphrasing, but yeah. And he goes, hey, we're Jewish. Heard of the Holocaust?
Yeah.
He doesn't say that, but he gets into
Yeah.
it in eloquent detail. And then he does mention, point being, he says they made us into lampshades.
Yeah.
And then what do we see? the it
Yeah,
manifestation. Yeah, does that make sense?
it does. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
and
mean,
that's done beautifully. Is just to get to it now, let's do it now. Does the CGI, because at times I don't think it's very good at all, Baron. It does
the
take me out of it a bit. Does that diminish the fear? Does that take away from the story scare scale? Yeah, you get me?
the lampshade CG wasn't great.
I thought that was one
The
of the
Bat
better
Baby was much
ones.
better.
Yeah,
The Bat Baby was much
that
better. The
baby was
CG on the
better.
lamp wasn't great.
When we get to episode three, is when the CGI really started to test me.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so we'll get there. Sorry, children, not to jump ahead.
Do you want me to talk about one of my other likes?
Please, 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 while I look up my next note here.
So Chris Chalk, the actor who plays um Dick Halloran,
Hmm.
is a really, really good match for Scatman Crothers, who played the character in The Shining,
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
Carl Lumley, who played the character in Doctor Sleep. He's a really good match for both of those actors. I think they've done an amazing job of casting him, and his feeling throughout. He's obviously consumed the material and worked out that he wants to do a complementary performance rather than making it his own. And I think he's doing a really good job of doing that complementary performance of Dick Halloran. So yeah,
Is that seen through the eyes? Do you think that's where he's channeling his complimentary
yeah,
performance? Yeah.
yep,
Yeah. Yeah. I
yeah,
think so
100%.
as well. Yeah.
He does a
Yeah.
lot of really good eye acting
Yeah.
because it's
Certainly.
difficult to perform the shine.
Hmm. Look, beautifully put. Beautifully put. Um,
Now that does lead into one of my dislikes, if you want.
please,
Um,
please.
in the first episode, I found it difficult to remember who the kid characters were supposed to be. So I found it difficult to kind of separate them.
Mm,
And they become
that's
more
fair.
distinct further on. But in the first episode, because they layered so much in, it was like, who is that one again? Is that one the thing? So yeah, so I was a little bit confused in the first episode who everyone was. Yeah.
The Losers Club storyline, is it more engaging than the Soldiers storyline?
Ooh,
I
okay.
think so, but please after you.
Yes and no. I like the new. Oh, actually, you know what? I kind of like them both about the same, only because they are both new storylines to the story. Because we're not dealing
Okay.
with the original Losers Club, we're not quite sure where this is going to go. Whereas with the Machete
Yeah,
movies, or even the Tim Curry as It miniseries, we knew where the story was going because it was pre-written. Whereas these are new tracks on the
absolutely.
album.
And just
I
to
kind of
touch
like.
on it, sorry,
uh,
after you, Baron, sure, after you.
I was just gonna say I kind of like them both about the same.
Fantastic. And if you can, just briefly, since we're here now at the start of the series, when is this set?
So this is set in 19. So the novel was written in 1986. It's the prequel to the 2017-2019 Machete It films. It is set in 1962.
1960. So we're following the 27 cycles established in a previous book, which we touched on
Correct.
in our previous little introductory app to the series, Seating the Sewer. Check it out on YouTube and follow us at Evil Popcorn Pod.
Yes.
Okie dokie. Where are we up to? Second death. Yeah. I wrote that down because the first death, of course, Maddie Clemens. Hmm.
Yeah.
Bat Baby gets him. Bat Baby returns, of course, to reap the second death of our space
In the
boy,
second one.
Astro Boy. Let's call him Astro Boy, whitewashed
Yeah,
Astro
yeah.
Boy. Yeah, so yeah, they've killed two kids. Let's bring this
Yep.
up. Yeah,
In the
this
first
is
episode.
this is a serious show. I
Yeah.
mentioned it briefly back when we were covering Nosferatu. I spoke about this, and Bill Skarsgård said, "No, no, no, we go in terms of the violence and gore. They do, don't they, Baron?"
Oh yeah, they really
Mm,
do.
mm.
Like this is not a soft show. This is a
No,
show that will tear characters apart. And that's the other thing too. Like these are all new characters. We don't know that anyone in this show, other than Dick Halloran, survives.
Hey, that's a point. That's a point. It's good though. We are,
Yeah,
this is evil popcorn there, children of the popcorn. It's a great bit of horror, definitely.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And the CGI in this is good. Keep that in mind. I
yeah,
like it in this one and the cold open, it was fantastic. Yeah.
yeah.
I liked it there and then. Hmm. And that's a thing I'll get into as well as we go on. Now, Lily, poor Lily. Yes.
Yeah,
Is she
poor
is
Lily.
she is she our every woman, if you will? Yeah.
Possibly.
That we
Um,
see through that she's guiding us through the world at this point. Are we meant to with her in terms
yeah,
of the Losers Club? In terms of Losers
yeah.
Club, yeah.
I think she's the hinge of the Losers Club. She's
hmm
certainly the one that started with the most damage already.
hmm Absolutely. Because she comes from Juniper Hill,
Yep.
1950, 1950s asylum. Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't really need that much confabulation. You don't really need to make it that much fiction to not make it horror. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And King readers will recognize the name of Juniper Hill because it is mentioned in a number of his books.
Okay, absolutely. Okay, really?
Yeah.
That's great. So, and on that note, what do you? How do you? We've come basically to the end of the episode. Yeah,
Yep.
that we're reviewing. What do you think? Have they established Derry
Yes.
for this series? Yeah.
Yes.
In a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
respectful way and structurally, referentially sound way.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Um, it helps that they are pulling from the Muschietti movies. So they already had a bunch of the production stuff set up. And they're using the same town
Sure.
that they shot in.
Please, please,
Give me
please.
1 sec. I'll be
Yeah.
back. I'll be back.
I'll speak, I'll vamp. Yes, I like it at this stage. It does lag a little for me in the character development, basically. The some of the dialogue can be a little prosaic. That's one last critique I do have to say. Um, Not quite engaging enough, but it is
I found this.
punctuated by fabulous kill scenes. Sorry, Baron, go ahead.
I found this online.
What is that? Ah, City of Derry there, listeners. What year is this map that is even has the wonderful tea stain stains on
Yeah,
it?
yeah. So this is a prop replica from the movie, from the Machete movies.
Okay, cool. I'm with you. This is the Losers Clubs would have held this up before they head off on their bicycles at some point.
Yeah,
That sort of thing.
yeah. I
Fantastic.
love a
But
good map.
the show's good. Don't get me wrong there, children. I do have a few, pretty minor critiques really overall, but it's making me appreciate Stephen King more and more. I mean, mine got there, Baron. I've got a reaction
Yeah,
out there. Check us out at Evil Popcorn
yeah.
Pod for The Running Man.
Oh, I
I
should
don't,
do one of those too.
yeah, where he passes through because it's not set there, but you know where he passes through at one point there, Baron? What town
No.
he passes through, starting with D?
Oh, he does pass through Derry. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He did. I
And
did
it,
note that in the film.
yeah, and in the cinema, it was like, oh my God, King, you are just saturating my life at the moment. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
Of course, this man's going through Derry. And that's part of the interconnectivity of the King universe, yeah?
yeah,
Within all these different forms of literature and medium, yeah? Because film, whatever it is, it's going to connect.
yeah,
Yeah, we've talked about that and we'll get into that more because it's fantastic. And that's overall why likes outweigh the dislikes definitely for both of us, yeah, as a
yeah.
collective. 3.5, very
So you've given me
satisfying.
3.5. I'm
Aaron?
going to go 3.75 for the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
It loses a little bit because of the janky CG on the lamp,
Okay.
and the fact that I was a little bit confused about who the characters were.
Yeah, mine's a little bit of pacing, issues with pacing and content of dialogue at times that are entirely relevant. I know this sounds harsh, but it's worth watching. Definitely recommend,
Yeah.
Baron. Yeah.
Oh, 100%. Especially if you're a Stephen King fan. You can't miss it if you're a Stephen King fan.
And we'll be back for episode two. What's episode two called there, Baron? So the children can watch it
Episode 2
beforehand.
is called The Thing in the Dark.
Nice. And yeah, this has been Mr. Popcorn, who has been very glad to be welcomed back to Derry. Pennywise, I
Yeah.
miss you, you scary bastard.
Go to bed, children. Go to bed.
Oh, I love it when you're evil. This is me at my most evil. Do you even laugh?